Good morning, everyone. Surfcal. We are playing some more Final Fantasy IV Pixel Remaster. And I think we're going to make our first pass into the Sylph Cave today. Go ahead and toss these silver apples on Rydia. Quick heal up. And the main thing we're doing for this, so Sylph Cave is really unique because it is full of trap chests and treasure. And there are several paths through it. Now, the fact that we're going back and forth between floors does mean that we're going to be recasting float a lot. Because every time you change floors, float goes away. We need to keep our health up because of the fact that there are a ton of monster chests in this area. Elven Bow, let's see, 60 attack, 60 accuracy, or 60 attack, 10 strength, and I believe Elven Bow is lower power and accuracy? Yeah, I'm not sure why we'd do that right now. Go ahead and grab this one. I think it's yep. One of many monster chests. This is by far one of the least scary and most annoying monsters in the entire game. They are fairly fast, and pretty much all they do is just use the toad status on you. So you just have to sit there and watch your characters get turned into toads, go back and forth. Once you beat the lady in the middle, the toads go down really easily. Just as a side comment, I did turn the XP rates down. I realized that I was already in pretty good shape for endgame stuff, and while that was kind of my point, I do want to... Oh, I thought that was going to be stronger, but apparently it's not. It might still be worth equipping. Does pull his accuracy down a lot, though. It's good to have for enemies that are weak to it. There's not a ton of those left. And we see that Yang is unconscious but alive. We need to visit Yang to trigger a conversation when we get back up to the surface, which is why we did that. I don't think there are any more trap chests on this part of the dungeon, so I am going to go ahead and just walk through. And then we'll heal before we go deeper. Which area haven't I been to yet? Must be up here. No, I did that though. Aha. That's right. Yeah, this dungeon is always a bit confusing to me, even though I've done it now several times. I don't think there are monster chests here, but just to be safe. You can see a theme there. Lots of maiden's kisses, which are what you use to remove Toad. And I believe all of these are trap chests. I believe these guys absorb fire, but I don't remember what they're weak to outside of that. So I'm just going with water, because I figure that should do some good damage. Come on. Quick heal before we continue. Red Fang. Is that a weapon for Edge? No. What is the Red Fang? This is renamed from what I'm used to. Oh, okay, never mind. Just a usable item that does fire damage. What am I doing? Oh, that was it. I was going to check if I could equip the fairy rod. Let's see if they buff these guys at all. One of the things I was just commenting on the randomizer run this weekend is that these in the vanilla version of the game, the Marlboros are not nearly as scary as they are in other editions, it feels like. These things have a lot of hit points. Pop off. Moonring Blade. Okay, that's actually a good one. I believe we can straight up replace this. Gives him a back row attack. Just toss some AoE at these guys. Make this fight go a little faster this time. White Fang. I believe they only do one bad breath each to start with, so this should give us a good, like, we can get ahead of it a little bit by holding our actions until they all go. Now we should just be able to attack and heal like normal. Seriously? There we go. So we just got the Avenger, which is a really interesting weapon. Fairly high attack, very good accuracy, and buffs strength, agility, and stamina. The other big thing with it is view description. Causes the berserk ailment. Okay, I was about ready to say, I'm surprised it was going to let me do that because it is a two-handed sword. So we're just going to lead off with Kain Berserked for the time being, because Berserk is really good in this game. That should do it. And that's just another fang. Okay. So the big things we wanted out of there were to find Yang, which is important because that's going to let us... Oop. Oh, sealed cave. I believe. Sorry, it's been a little bit between playing. Yes, Lucas necklace. Awesome. So part of the reason that we want to do that is because that or the Avenger is very good in this upcoming section. Specifically, we're going to be dealing with a lot of the trapdoor enemies. And the trapdoor enemies are really really obnoxious, but if you can get a couple good hits in on them early, a lot of times you can bypass that before they get to their second phase. So they do that lock on, which they follow up with an instant death attack. We're not going to do a lot of the side areas in this because it's already a pretty obnoxious dungeon. So we're going to go straight through. Let's see if this lets you... No, they changed it a little bit. You used to be able to walk through a good chunk of the that top area. There we go. I keep forgetting. I was going to check if I could put the fairy rod on her, and she already has one. Okay. Never mind. Now, if you didn't know the way through this, there are so many side paths that are just very long, convoluted, that don't lead anywhere. There's several dead ends, which I think this is the only dungeon that really has dead ends. Last trapdoor. That's gonna take us to the crystal room. We're gonna grab the dark crystal. Oh, that's right. I think we need to do that now. Oh, maybe it's not quite yet. Yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead and re-equip him. I couldn't remember if he betrays you before or after the boss here. The walls, they're moving. Removing the crystal must have set off a trap. So much for a smooth exit. Okay. So we get the evil wall fight, or demon wall fight. This is one of the most obnoxious fights in the original game, mostly because it is actually the way that the demon wall's mechanics work are slightly different than most of the fights in the game, and it can take advantage of the agility mechanic even like while you're using your turn to move forward. And if it moves all the way forward, then you're just in trouble because it starts doing instant kill attacks. I just realized I have Leviathan and I'm not using it. That's kind of silly of me. We should be fine with two berserkers. Yeah. And now, after beating Demon Wall, nothing to it. We have to walk all the way out because this dungeon is blocked from the exit spell. Now, we have encounters turned off, thankfully. But this is very much one of the most obnoxious dungeons. Again, after walking all the way in, if you don't know the route, you're going to make a lot of wrong turns. You're going to end up going through... I mean, each of these is a trapdoor. Every single wrong turn is another trapdoor fight. And if you don't know that you need to berserk a character like that with the Avenger to beat those trapdoors really quickly, they're going to be sitting there and doing instant death attacks repeatedly on you. And summoning monsters. It's just a really obnoxious dungeon. What's going on? Kane, you belong to me. Betrayal number 700. Golbez can restore the Tower of Babel and go to the moon. I've always had mixed feelings about that. It seems like if you want to have all of these crystals be such a big plot point, actually giving us a chance to interact with them a bit more would be good. But the game is pretty long. Well, actually, no, it's really not that long. It feels like it has a lot of events in it already. We'll go with that. I think we go talk to King Giat again. Find out that Golbez got the last crystal. And we're doomed unless the legend of the lunar whale is true. Huge ship spoken of in a legend, one born of a dragon. And we see that the dwarves know of Mazidia, and to them, it's just a legendary place. Sid's going to push himself again. As he does. Edge goes and hits on Rosa. This is one of the best examples of the idea of cinematic storytelling using just the game mechanics or the game sprites. This entire section has no dialogue, and we get this whole back and forth where we see Edge hits on Rosa, gets drafted to work, stops working, goes and hits on Rosa. Rydia gets mad at him. Sid gets mad at him. Cecil is oblivious to the whole thing, just working the whole time. And then Sid and Edge come back onto the ship, and Edge gets mad and smacks the ship really hard as he's starting to get back to work. Like, you get exactly what you need to out of that scene. There's so much characterization in it. You see that little bit of protectiveness. You see Cecil is kind of clueless. Edge is kind of an obnoxious playboy. Okay. So I think with that, we are going to go do the rest of our fetch quests before we continue. I think we can do all of that now. We'll find out. Again, I haven't played the base game in a while, so it's a lot of trying to remember exactly where all the pieces fall. We're gonna head straight up. Actually, let's switch airships first. So the first thing we're gonna do is trade the rat tail we picked up in the Land of Summon Monsters. That's gonna be obnoxious. So the airship mechanics in this are really obnoxious because they added a bigger radius for getting on, or for picking up the hovercraft. This is the rat tail I've been looking for. And we get the adamantite ore. We're gonna go ahead and leave the hovercraft there. I don't think we're gonna need it again. And go to Sheila. Come again? My husband's in the underworld? Why doesn't he come home? I'm not crying, I just have something in my eye. Here, take this. Give that no-good a smack on the noggin for me. And we get a frying pan. Yang's wife gives us a frying pan to wake him up. Like you do. To dive down here. Oh. Go to Kokel's smithy. Talk to him. I won't forge another sword until I find the legendary ore adamantite. Give me that old sword. I'll give it new life. This is one of those things that I don't remember exactly how it's flagged. It doesn't feel like you should be able to easily find it. This also used to have a hidden passage right there, and it doesn't anymore, which is interesting. Give me some time, don't rush me. I can't remember. I think you have to, like, exit and spend a couple different nights at, like, an inn or something. Or maybe you just have to exit and come back. Again, vanilla game. In the randomizer, it's really straightforward and you just go do it. So yeah, I guess let's go ahead and head over to our other destinations quick. Head back to the Sylph Cave. Been through here a few times now, and this time we're not fighting any trap chests, so we can just run through. We'll go ahead and give Yang a bonk. Is it time for training? Allow me to sleep a little more. Cecil. So glad you're awake. The Sylph saved my life. Well, you saved us by destroying the cannons. I shall join you again. Okay. So the Sylphs agree to fight in Yang's place, and we learn the Sylph Summon, which is super useful in the randomizer, mediocrely useful in the actual game. Quick stop at the Baron Inn. And we are going to do a swap out here to the... I think the Mage Master is going to be the best way to do it. Avenger. And we are going to... head to the basement of the castle. Where the ghost of the King of Baron will greet us. He has been slain and given eternal power. The summoner will be able to call on you if you can prove your worth in battle. And we get to fight Odin. Odin hits pretty hard and is really fast. However, we should be able to punch through him. He's very weak to lightning, so Rydia's going to do a ton of damage. And he counts as a mage-type enemy, which doesn't seem like it's doing as much as I want it to. This is one of those fights that is kind of a race. Because I'm pretty sure that this just one-shots your whole party still. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of quick adjustments here. I want to try this. See if that does better. We're also going to toss a spider silk. That's better. That's also better. There we go. You basically just need good lightning stuff, and you can take him out. Otherwise, you come back later with a full party. I just learned Mirage, which was Image in the original. And we get Odin, which is honestly not that useful, but especially when we're not doing random encounters for the most part. It is potentially useful on trap chests. So there is that. Okay. So with that, we've got Sylph. We've got Odin. And we are hopefully ready to head back down to Kokel's Forge to pick up one of Cecil's best weapons. This game gets into some really ridiculous and unbalanced stuff as far as weapons go. can't remember. It's either an arbitrary thing or it's come back after you go to the moon. And I thought it was a weird arbitrary thing. I might be wrong. Must be just the timing. Oh well. That's okay. Oh no, I guess we'll have to use the Avenger. So with that, we're gonna make one more stop quick before Mizidia. Because we borrowed something, and it's always polite to return things after you borrow them. Thanks for everything. This might come in handy. Tell him not to worry about me. Should concentrate on getting better so he can help y'all. Okay. So we get the knife. The knife is not an equipable item. However, it can be thrown by edge. And it is a weapon that deals 9,999 damage. Pretty much guaranteed. Which is pretty awesome, just to have in your back pocket in case you need it. Okay. And with that, we're gonna touch down outside Mizidia and save. And I think this is gonna be a good spot to end. So, quick announcements for those who are just joining. If you did not catch the previous episodes, there is a podcast episode, and there will be another one coming up this Thursday that are being released regarding talking about Final Fantasy IV. And I'm talking about that on a panel with a bunch of other people from RPG Fan. It was a lot of fun, and I wanted to line these up concurrently, so make sure you check that out. And if you are just coming in from from Retro Encounter, say hi. Welcome. And with that, I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel, especially if you like Final Fantasy IV. There's plenty of content to go around. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. Catch you next time.